Welcome to ANS Solver question 4 of this paper. So for part A, they are asking us to use the cumulative frequency diagram to find an estimate of each of the following. So the first one is median. Now median would be the half of the cumulative frequency and the total of the cumulative frequency would be 120. So half of it would be 60. So therefore you draw a horizontal line with your pencil and ruler at 60 and you draw a vertical line at that position. So it will come down to 25. So therefore 25 centimeters will be your median. Now let's move to the interquartile range. Now the easiest way to find an interquartile range is to find 75% of the cumulative frequency. So in this case that would be 90. That would be right here. And you find the corresponding x value to the graph, that would be right here. And you find 25% of the cumulative frequency. So what I did here is I simply found the upper quartile and the lower quartile of the cumulative frequency, and then I will take the difference of it. So 25% of 120 is equal to 30. Therefore the 30th cumulative frequency is right here and it comes down over here. So therefore your final answer for part A2 would be 32 minus 22 which is equal to 10. Now let's move to part A3 of this question, where they are asking you to find the 60th percentile. So what you do is you simply find 60% of 120. So that is equal to 72. So the 72nd cumulative frequency mark would be right here. My bad. 72nd would be right here. And again, make sure to use a pencil and a ruler so that you get more accurate answers. Now since this is the 60th percentile, your x value would be 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So therefore your 60th percentile answer will be 27 centimeters. Now let's move to part A4 of this question. So for part A4, they are asking you to write the number of plants with a height greater than 40 centimeters. So in this case, you work in the opposite way. We used to work from the cumulative frequency and then find the x value or the height. In this case, we will work in the opposite way. So from the height, we will find the y value or the cumulative frequency. So in this case, the line is connecting to the y-axis at the point of 114. So what you do is you simply do 120 minus 114, because they are asking us for the number of plants with a height greater than 40. So 120 minus 114 is equal to 6. So 6 plants have a height greater than 40. Now let's move to part B of the question. So for part B, they are asking us to calculate an estimate of the height of the mean height. So the formula of mean when frequency is involved is summation fx divided by summation f, which is equal to, so to find an x value, all you do is find the midpoint of the class width. So for this class width it would be 5, for this it would be 15, for this it will be 25, and for this it will be 40. And now what you do is you simply multiply the x value with the frequency. So 5 multiplied by 2 is 10, plus 15 multiplied by 18 is 270, plus 25 multiplied by 62 is 1550, plus 40 multiplied by 38 is 1520, and the whole thing divided by the total of the frequency. So 2 plus 18 plus 62 plus 38 is equal to 120, and you could have taken that from the question itself, as they had given above that the total is 120 plants right here in the first line. Now So all you need to do now is take the sum of the numerator. So 120, my bad, 1520 plus 1550 plus 270 plus 10 is equal to 3350 divided by 120. So therefore, to find your final answer, all you need to do is input this fraction into your calculator and get a decimal answer. That would be 27.91666 recurring. And therefore, your final answer for part B1 would be 27.9, because the fourth significant figure in this case, which is 2, is 1, my bad, is lesser than equal to 5, so it doesn't round off the third significant number figure to the next number. Therefore 27.9 will be your final answer for part B1. Now for part B2, they are telling us that the height of the bar representing the interval 10 to 20 is 7.2 centimeters, and they are asking us to calculate the height of the bar representing the interval 30 to 50. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is to first find a constant that we can use to calculate the height of the bar. So how we do that is we take the frequency and divide it by the class width. So for the class width of 10 to 20, the frequency is 18. So 18 divided by the class width, which is 10, multiplied by x, that is the constant, will give you the height of the bar, that is 7.2 in this case. So let's find the value of the constant first, and then we'll find the height of the bar representing the interval 30 to 50. So 18 by 10 is 1.8. So therefore x would be equal to 7.2 divided by 1.8, which is equal to 4. So we know that the constant is now equal to 4. Constant is equal to 4. So therefore now we can work out the height of the bar of 30 to 50. So the frequency of the bar, that is 30 to 50, is 38. So therefore 38 divided by the class width, that is 20 in this case, multiplied by the constant, which is 4, will give you the height of the bar. So 38 divided by 20 is equal to 1.9, and 1.9 into 4 is equal to 7.6. Therefore 7.6 will be your final answer for B part 2 of this question.